Hey, Kamari, how's it going, buddy? She's over there, baby. Go get her. Okay, thanks. Sit over there, man. Alright. See you later, Wolfman, Kamari. Slow down.
I always thought that this would be easier somehow. I thought that everyone would help me, with all my friends together beside me. I've been trying so hard.
Poor Yuna.
Maybe you're trying too hard.
Yeah.
They told me. Everything.
Absolutely everything.
Everything? Well, so then... You know.
Yes, we finally know the 6 secret herbs and spices.
Yeah. I'm sorry. It's just, you know, all those things I said. Like, let's go get Sin. Or about Xanarkand. I didn't know what would happen to you, Yuna. I guess... I hope it didn't make you sad.
I really love this part.
Forgive me.
I wasn't sad. I was happy.
Sploosh.
Yuna! Just don't do it.
The pilgrimage?
No drugs. Yes, the pilgrimage.
Yeah. That's right. Forget all about Sin. About being a summoner. Forget all that. You know, live a normal life.
Yeah.
Come on now, Yuna, what do you say?
Maybe I will.
Yeah? Well, this is easier than I thought.
Wouldn't everyone be surprised?
Yeah. Except Riku. She'd be with you.
Yeah, we would be too.
Lulu and Waka wouldn't hold out long.
True.
Kamari would say yes too, I know. But Sir Orin...
Uh-oh.
I'll make him understand, Yuna. It's the least I can do for you.
No. I should tell him. He deserves it. What'll I do if I give up my pilgrimage?
Think of something sharp.
Hey! Xanarkin! Let's go to Xanarkin!
Tidus?
Not the one in Spira. The one I'm from.
Ah, nice comeback. But wait, I don't know. Isn't that the same Xanarkin?
Yeah. We can all fly there. Everyone can go. Then, we'll have a big party at my place.
And then we could see Blitzball.
Real
That's right.
Blitzball.
Your Xanarkin apes would play?
Yeah.
We could all watch you play. In the stadium all lit up at night. I'd cheer and cheer till I couldn't cheer anymore.
Yeah, right on.
I love how they didn't subtitle Tidus's previous yeah and okay.
Well, what about after the game?
The after party.
We'd go out and have fun.
In
Yeah.
the middle of the night?
No problem. Xanarkin never sleeps.
Never, baby.
Let's go to the sea.
Yeah.
Before the sunrise. The city lights go out one by one. The stars fade. Then the horizon glows, almost like it's on fire. It's kinda rose-colored, right? First in the sea, then it spreads to the sky, then to the whole city. It gets brighter and brighter, till everything glows. It's really pretty. I know you'd like it.
I'd like to see it. Someday.
Well, you can, Yuna. We can both go. You...
I can't. I just can't. I can't go.
Yuna...
月が揺れる鏡に震えた心星が流れこぼれた柔らかい涙捨て
continue. I must. If I give up now, I could do anything I wanted to. And yet, even if I was with you, I could never forget.
I'll go with you.
What?
I'm your guardian. Unless I'm fired.
Stay with me. Until the end. Please.
Not until the end. Always.
Always then. Maybe you should head back to camp first.
Roger.
Alright, I didn't want to talk over that scene because it's truly, truly my favorite scene in the entire game. Mostly because of just, you know, I'm not really one who tends to like romances. Mostly because I find most romances seem to make characters kind of bland or really ham it up. But this one I didn't think so. This wasn't necessarily a romance of, oh, I'm coming to save you, my darling, my dear, something like that. This is Yuna and Tidus showing both of their conviction and affection for each other. Yuna, even though she desperately wanted to be with Tidus, she wanted to see more of the world. She wanted to see more of things that she hasn't experienced before. She wanted to see this joy that Tidus seems to just radiate around him. He may come off as stupid to others, but nobody can deny that Tidus is the most joyous character in this game so far. Actually, period. Even Riku, with her peppiness, is constantly beset by worry and fear of sin and what sin will do and what will happen to Yuna. But Tidus, that's never stopped him. That's never slowed him down. He's always been the one guy in this entire show that's just been, you know, optimistic. She wanted to experience what made him optimistic. She wanted to see what life was like without having to worry about sin. But her love of this world and of the people in this world, even when she knew that Yevon was just, well, when she found out that Yevon was just a crock, that the Maesters were essentially abusing some things about Yevon and making life more difficult for others by preventing her on her journey and by hiding a lot of these dark secrets. They're using the machina that the religion itself says is evil and that started the war for their own gain. Even after seeing how her own faith betrayed its own teachings and her, she cannot give up on the people. She knows that if she doesn't do it, another summoner has to defeat sin. And if someone else has to defeat sin, it would mean that in the sense by abandoning her duty, she killed them. And she couldn't do that. She couldn't let anyone else have to suffer through that. If her death could be the final nail in Sin's coffin, and after that Sin would never resurrect again, she was willing to chance it. She's still willing to chance it just for everyone else. Even if that means she can't be with Tidus. Even though it's hurting her inside to say something like that. Like, I want to be with you, but I can't. I can't give up my duty. Now, generally, that's a line for a male character in a lot of these stories, because female characters are usually the one trying to pull the man away from his sense of duty, and, you know, stay with me, love me, don't worry about them, they'll be just fine. But this is an inverse, and it's done in a very, in my opinion, tasteful and very good way. While Tidus is trying to show Yuna that there's more to life than the fear of death, that there's joy, and that there's a place free of this nonsense, of this insanity of Spira. He's trying to give her a life that he's seen that she and frankly the rest of the Guardians never had. He's trying to give her something more than just worrying about the end. In his want to protect her, he wants her to be safe. He wants her to be with him, yes, but also just safe and happy. He wants that for her, and it really radiates through that. And the last line from him to Yuna, which it's just very powerful to me. When she says, "Stay with me into the end," he says, "Not into the end, always." That is potent stuff right there. That is what people talk about Shakespeare. This is true romance. This is true emotion, and this is something that I could actually see happening. Maybe not today, in today's time, well, due to our technology and stuff like that. It's kind of rare when we can imagine something this dire happening to each other. But this to me is way more believable. I can see two people who are from two way different stations, but respecting and loving one another, and, you know, wanting to be with each other, but knowing that they can't. This is a way stronger version of any story I've ever heard represented like that before, period. Because it is a willful choice by one of the people in this relationship that I cannot stay with you. And it is an accepted choice by the other person in this relationship that we cannot be together. But that doesn't mean that we cannot be together forever. But that doesn't mean that we can't be together in some sense. And that's both mature, and in my opinion, that's terribly romantic. I really love this. I really love well done characters and characterization like this, because it's so, you see so many games try to do something this good and they just flop it, mostly because they push it in your face that these two like each other. And with Tidus and Yuna, it's not really pushed in your face, really. It's definitely shown that Tidus has interest in Yuna, and it's definitely shown that Yuna has interest in Tidus. And they spend a lot of time together. But it's never romantic, flirtatious, anything. Usually when those two are together, they talk about business, his dad, her dad, or just general information about Spira. Occasionally she asks him about his life, he asks her about hers, and, you know, it's a general conversation going on with these two. It's they don't flirt. It's not him making her swoon or anything like that. It's just him talking to her, and it's just her talking to him. And his interest in her is just purely from how she reacts to his questions, the questions that she asks, how she presses him in some things. It's really a relationship that builds and that grows, and it becomes a deeper affection. It's well done. Most games would have tried this scene way earlier, and it would have lost any and all impact in it. They would have told you about the whole summoner thing too soon. They would have insinuated on it way too heavily. They would have made so many mistakes, and this game does that to me perfectly. I didn't see the summoner thing coming at all. That was a blind side, but it wasn't necessarily like truly traumatic to me. I'm usually kind of resistant to things that try to be traumatic, but Tidus's reaction to finding out about Yuna to me was very powerful, because it was kind of like he saw he told Yuna everything I said. He saw everything he told Yuna in a different light, and that was just when he saw that there was pretty much going to be no chance of them getting together. That was the second thought, but the primary thought was Yuna was going to die. I am helping someone who I like, someone who I care for, someone who I want to be with die. And nobody told me this. Nobody told me that me beating these cloisters of trials. No one told me that beating all these monsters, helping her out, encouraging her, telling her we can do it, we can beat sin, we can do all this, is me saying that you're going to die. And I'm okay with that. He wasn't okay with that concept. He was very not okay with it. And his reaction to me was honest, and I love that. A lot of people who I've seen, read and heard, have always been like, well, he's just whiny and such. But really, Tidus hasn't really whined in this game. At the very most, it was early on, around Luca. And that was when he was still getting used to Spirit. And that's pretty much your first, 3 hours in the game? We're like, 7 maybe, I think? 6 or 7 hours in? And Tidus really hasn't been, I guess, what you would call whiny since. Finding out that your dad is the destroyer of the world and cause of making everyone miserable, a little hard to swallow. I found his reaction in that completely understandable. His goading on the Luca goers and trying to encourage the Besaid Oryx, I thought that was very good, because he saw that the Oryx had absolutely no self-esteem and didn't even think themselves that they could really win. And he was like, well, if you don't even have that, and he was just trying to, put some pep in their step, show them, get them lively. You can't win if you think you're going to lose the entire way through. You have to have some confidence in yourself. I find Tidus that to be his strength. He is the optimistic character. He is the one that never gives up, that is always pushing forward, and that's trying to push others. He did that with the Oryx. He's doing that with Yuna. He's done that with the Guardians, and that's one of the reasons why he chastised Luca and Waka when he found out how that they were letting Yuna die. How could you? Wasn't she like your sister? And they were like, well, she wanted to do it, and he's like, no, her wanting to do it is not enough. Her just thinking that it's okay is not enough. You all just saying that it's okay for her to die is not good enough for me. I won't let her die. What he told Sid. He won't let her. Though he's understanding of Yuna, willing to sacrifice herself. That is Yuna's story. Yuna's willing to sacrifice herself. Every step that Yuna's taken, she's done actually a lot of things off screen, away from her guardians, and on her own. That's Yuna's story. That's what she's been doing. Tidus' story has always been about protecting her. And to him, protecting her means keeping her alive at any and all cost. He's willing to do that, and he will not stop until he does that. That's just what I like about him. These are two very well done characters, and his story is about protecting her. His story is about protection. Her story is about sacrifice. And right now we're seeing both of these stories essentially run side by side. It's kind of like if you've ever seen or read, well, if you've ever heard or read Ender's Game and Ender's Shadow. Bean and Ender both have a point in the game, in the story, where they intersect and where their stories are pretty much almost identical. But there's things that Bean does that is completely Bean. There's things that Ender does that are completely Ender. And that is what if it doesn't make sense yet, it will later, and I will keep drilling this in until at least I feel I have explained why it's not this game isn't Yuna's story. Why this game just isn't Yuna's story just yet. Their stories do converge at a point, but right now their stories are running parallel with each other. She's thinking her things, she's doing her thing, Tidus is thinking his things and doing his things. They're not in conjunction. They're not after the same goal just yet. Yuna is after defeating sin through self-sacrifice. Tidus is after defeating sin without sacrifice. Or at the very least, without Yuna having to be sacrificed. Without any more people from Spira having to throw their lives away. He wants sin gone. And though they may be similar goals, the reasoning and meaning behind both of them are drastically different. So, thank you all for, bothering to listen to this very long tangent of mine. It's just this point of the game just really echoes the strengths of the writing here. To me, it's just really good writing, and I personally think excellent pacing for characters and superb development. I have not seen character development done this well that frequently, and this is one of the times where it was just pitch perfect for me, and I just loved it. I really did. This is one of the best romantic scenes I've seen in some time. But let's continue. I mean, knowing that Yuna's gonna die. Oh, huh?
Wait, I'll go with you.
Sweet. What's Yuna doing or thinking while Tidus is distracted by the stars? Ooh. Oh my. Hand holding. Tee hee hee. Hee hee hee. Ah. But yeah, that whole knowing that Yuna's gonna die really puts that whole Guadasalam will come back to see the moon flow in darker perspective. Ah, love it. Really love it. Yuna, you have some explaining to do.
Waka. Lulu.
Wow, skipped over.
Kamari. Riku. Everyone, we leave at dawn. And I'm sorry for putting you through all this. And,
Enough. You need your rest.
Yes. Good night.
Kind of skipped over Riku, then came back to her at the very end there, but whatever. Riku didn't seem to be too bothered. Yeah, before we go with everyone else, let us go here. Obtain Lucid Ring. Lucid Ring, what's that? Equip. Yuna. Echo, Lucid Ring. Ah, Silence Ward, Confusion Ward, and Poison Ward. That's Lucidity, alright. Let me see, I don't think there's anything else around here. Mashing X just to be sure. But yeah, that rest did not refill our HP and MP. We still have damage from Seymour's fight. That sleep did not help. Hey, did you hear? They're saying there was a riot in Babel. The warrior monks aren't letting pilgrims into Babel anymore. And I came all this way out here to pray at St. Babel. This is such a disappointment. Hey. Oh, okay. And she's just leaving. And if we want to, we can still go to the area with the lovely scene where they had their little sweet moment. Nothing here though, but it's just, you know, it's nice that they didn't block that area off completely. I like it when games don't block things off. But, hey buddy, how you doing? You can't enter Babel. You can't enter Babel now. The guard is on full alert, you know. Just go back to where you came from. Got it? You commoners should stay quiet and obey the temple. Mind your mouth or we'll mind it for you. Well, damn, bro. That road is closed. It's rather dark of him. But since we're here, let's go over here a little. And ha! What have we here? Obtain Jack Sphere! Take a look. I wonder how does she see in that? Very well, apparently. Or
Who are you?
You are the one they called Jekt. The man from Zanarkand, are you not?
What of it?
Watch your tongue, knave.
My apologies. I am Braska, a summoner. I've come to take you from this place.
Sounds sweet. What's the catch?
That easy to see, was it? I soon leave on a pilgrimage to Zanarkand.
Seriously?
I would like you to join us. It will be a dangerous trip. Yet, if we do reach Zanarkand, my prayers will be answered, and you will be able to go home, we think.
What do you think?
What say you?
Great, let's go.
So quick?
Anything to get out of here.
Then it's settled.
But I must protest. This drunkard, a guardian?
Damn.
Hey! You want to step in here and say that?
What does it matter? No one truly believes that I, a fallen summoner wed to an Al-Bhed, could possibly defeat sin.
Whoa. Okay.
This is what they say. No one expects us to succeed.
Braska, sir.
Let's show them they're wrong. A fallen summoner, a man from Zanarkand, and a warrior monk doomed to obscurity for refusing the hand of the priest's daughter.
Oh my.
What delightful irony it would be if we defeated sin.
Stop gabbing and get me out of here.
So, Orin's backstory is quite interesting.
Free at last.
Thank Yevon Omar.
Now, Jekt. I am in your hands until we reach Zanarkand.
Right. So, what's a summoner anyway?
Oh dear. Oh, Jekt. Everyone loves you. He's an okay guy. I don't think he's as awesome as a lot of people like to think he is, but he's pretty cool. He's a pretty swell guy. If not a little asshole-ish at times. But let's continue on. Yeah, if I'd walked with everyone, I would have, we would have been walking with them, I believe. But there was stuff to get. But, one moment.